the following new subsections immediately after subsection 3. The National Carbon Registry shall be accessible to the public. Of course, Honorable Chair, under the access to information, Honorable Chair, we cannot have a registry that is not accessible to the public, so we are making this a condition that this information of the registry is available to the public as and when they make that request. Thank you, Honorable.
Thank you. I now propose the question that clause 15 be amended as proposed by the chairperson of the committee.
Whereas I support A, B, and C, which the chair has explained, and I wish the chair could listen to me, whereas I support A, B, and C, which, particularly A, B, but he also amending the 23I, which he has not explained. He explained 23H. But what I get there is, again, what is happening here is the cabinet secretary has put the regulations. And you see, once again, the national authority actually is to a large extent really not doing much. Because even here, what you are seeing, it's tied with what the cabinet secretary has done. So I actually oppose that. But A and B and C, I support. And I would propose, Chair, that these are actually called separately, because I may support A, B, or C, and I may not support another one, to enable us to distinguish each and support or oppose appropriately.
Thank you. The Honorable Makali.
Yeah, thank you, Chairperson. On this issue of access to the registry being accessible to the public, I thought it's like this House did pass a law in terms of access to information and all that, so that maybe, although we're just emphasizing here, but there's a general understanding that so long as it's public information, it should be accessible to every Kenyan. So even as I support it, I think that is just a fact that it must be accessible to the public.
Thank you. Members, I now put the question that clause 15 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Gikaria. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Will as many as the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 15 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Before we proceed, I wish to recognize pupils from Highland Education Center Primary School, from Tarbo in Uasin Gishu constituency, and students from Jenga Karume Secondary School, Molo in Nakuru County. They are welcome to follow our proceedings this morning, and I request members to join me in welcoming them to the House today. Thank you.
Clause 16.
I propose the question that clause 16 is part of the bill. Honorable Nikal, now you can prosecute your point of order.
Chair, my point of order is not on 16. The practice has been, and I think you know this and we all know it, that where you have an amendment that has many parts, it is actually better to call them in different parts. You notice Honorable Millie had to now struggle to look at parts that have been passed and parts that she wants to support. So if you put it blanket, then how does a member find out, now I want to support this bit and I don't want to support this? So I just want to bring that to your notice, that as we go on further, where there are several amendments, they should be called differently, each one, so that we can participate. Thank you, Chair.
But Honorable Nikal, if you look at clause 15, it had no parts. It had no parts. And the order, it had no parts. And the amendment that was given by the chair is a block amendment. That's why. So if, of course, we always do that. But this amendment, if you look at clause 15, it had no parts to be chunked into pieces and be moved separately and differently. The Honorable Milius, what's your point of order?
Chair, just so that we move together, we are at clause 16.
Yes.
And clause 16 is proposing an...
Allow the mover to move it first before then you...
Is it a proposed deletion? That's what I want, because I don't have the...
Allow the person also to move the amendment first. Then
okay,
you'll come back.
Because then I'll come
then
with
you come
my
back,
points
yes.
of order.
Yes, that's okay. So the chair...
Thank you,
amendment.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to move that the bill be amended by deleting clause 16, but move a further amendment, Honorable Chair, that the bill be amended by deleting clause 16 and substituting thereof with the following new clauses. That the schedule to the Principal Act be amended in section 1, subsection 2, by deleting the word 60 appearing in the paragraph E and substituting thereof with the words 28. Honorable Chair, the justification of this is that as a committee, so as a committee, Honorable Chair, we are not agreeing with the ministry to delete public participation, but we are, as a committee, the ministry did justify that 60 days it takes too much time for them to be able, so they are requesting that we have moving a further amendment that we move it from 60 to 28 days, which is a justifiable time for, of course, enhancing the speed at which we will be able to address some of these issues, but we are retaining public participation. Thank you.
The Honorable Chair, approach the table. Sorry, members, the consultation is to make sure that we do the right thing. So, Chairperson, go ahead to move the amendment on clause 16.
Honorable Speaker,
As per the order paper.
I beg to move that the bill be amended by deleting clause 16 as per the order paper, and as per the order paper. And there is a schedule that we want to amend, a further amendment on the schedule, that the bill be amended by deleting clause 16 as per the order papers, and substituting the schedule of the principal, of the principal act as per section 1(2) by deleting the word 60 appearing in paragraph E and substituting thereof with the word 28. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you. I propose the question that clause 16 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Gikaria. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to support that amendment. And Honorable Speaker, just to make clear, the bill had proposed to delete the schedule on public participation. So the deletion is what Honorable Gikaria is proposing, so that the schedule remains. Then he moves a further amendment that amends the schedule, reducing the number of days for public participation from 60 days to 28 days. And I support.
Thank you so much. The Honorable Nyikal.
Yeah, again, this is one where we could actually call in two, but I think it may not be necessary. Yeah, the principal issue that comes here is that we are fighting public participation in any way we can. We removed it in 4, so deleting it in 16 makes sense. But then you say, okay, even if you are going to do it, we won't allow you those many days. It is 20, so 28 days. We're making it perfunctory, just that there is. So I oppose the deletion. Now, if I want to oppose the changing of 28 days, while I support the other one, how do I do it? Because I want 28 days to be removed to remain as it is. This is what I was saying. Sometimes you have to now look. I agree, it should be deleted, but 28 days should be, I want 28 days to remain 60. Guide me on how to do that.
This is the guidance there.
Yes, Chair.
If you had been keen, you'd have then moved an amendment to retain it at 60. That's what should have happened.
Chair, therefore, with your guidance, and there are times that it is allowed to do this on the floor, I therefore want to be given time to move that to amend the amendment so that 60 days it stays. Further amendment.
You don't have to do that. You just have to vote against it. That's it. Honorable Makali.
You know, Chairperson, what is happening? We are in agreement. We need to have public participation. And I think what we are saying is the time being allowed for public participation. If we are really serious with public participation, 28 days might be not enough. So I'm pleading with the chairperson of the committee, because he's the one who's moving the amendment, to change the number from 28 possibly to 40 or 45 days, so that we're also fair to the public. We are talking about public participation in the whole country where need be. 28 days would be such a small number that it might not be fair. But if we want to be effective public participation, Honorable Gikaria, I plead with you, because you are the mover. Thank you. Move it to 45 days.
Thank you. The Honorable Mili. The Honorable Ichungwa.
Thank you.
Allow Majority Leader a minute, Honorable Mili.
Sorry, Chair, to interrupt, but on a point of order, I think you probably did not get the gist of the argument by Professor Nyikal. You were asking if the way in which Honorable Gikaria has moved that particular amendment, Honorable Nyikal is okay with the first part of deletion. Yes. Then he has a problem with the further amendment. Yes. So I wanted to propose, can we then first vote for the first part of the amendment as it is on the order paper, then vote for the further amendment, so that where Nyikal and Makali don't agree with the chair, then they can vote in the negative, isn't it? And I think we'll be sorted that way.
We will give that indulgence at the right time. Honorable Millie.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, of course, I also want to join Honorable Nyikal and Mekali that I support the amendment as per the order paper. Chair, I'd request to borrow your ear. Chair, I know that men are not very good at multitasking. So I beg to borrow your ear. Thank you, Chair. Chair, I just want to request that, and agree with Honorable Ichungwa, that if you can move by section, so that, because we are supporting the first part which retains public participation. However, I want to make a further appeal to you, because this process, as you already know, because of the time constraints, it may not be possible, especially because the chair has just moved a further amendment, which we are not aware about. Because then we would have done an amendment to his amendment. I would actually encourage that you allow us, personally I wouldn't want to say to put it at 60, but to meet somewhere in the middle that we put it at 40. If you can allow us to bring a further amendment to the chair's amendment so that we put it at 40, because then it becomes meaningful participation. So Chair, with your indulgence, because it happens all the time, we can bring amendments here and we bring to you and you approve. If you can allow Honorable Nyikal to bring an amendment to put it maybe to 40 days, and I persuade Honorable Nyikal to move away from the 60 to 40. Otherwise, I support the earlier, the amendment as per the order paper of 16 to retain public participation. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable members, if you have been following, I will guide as follows, that we'll vote on the chair's amendments twice. We'll vote first on the first amendment, then after that we'll vote on the further amendment. I will also allow the Honorable Nyikal to bring a further amendment to the Honorable Gikaria's further amendment. So therefore, honorable members, you know, we are house of rules and we always have to follow rules. If you look at the order paper, there's only a single amendment on clause 16. And if, therefore, we vote on that clause and we carry it, then there'll be nothing existing for us to carry Honorable Gikaria's amendment and even the further amendment. And therefore, Nyikal, now we go back to what you said earlier, that there are times when you have to move the question together. This is one of the times when, if you don't move it together, we will not have any foot to stand on to move the further amendment. And therefore, allow me, Honorable Nyikal, I will therefore want us to put the question together. But before you do that, I will allow the Honorable Nyikal to move his further amendment, to the Honorable Gikaria amendment, about the days. So go ahead. There's Honorable Millie. Honorable Millie, go ahead.
Yeah, Chair, you do realize, because I know you are one of the diligent members, that at this stage, sometimes we persuade each other.
Yes.
If Honorable Nyikal moves his amendment and it is not popular with the majority, it will fail.
Yes.
If they agree, then it would be better for the chair himself to move the amendment instead of Honorable Nyikal.
I will give the Honorable Nyikal, the Honorable Gikaria, and the majority leader 1 minute
to talk to each other 1 minute so that we can move together. Yeah.
The Honorable Gikaria.